On NASA's website, you can track the Orion space capsule as it travels towards the moon, and I think that there's probably some relief on board right now because the capsule had some toilet trouble almost immediately after launching, but they managed to fix it pretty quickly. My name's Krista Rollins. I'm a producer here at News Center, Maine. A few hours after launch, the crew of the Artemis II reported to NASA that there was a blinking fault light in their toilet. Thankfully, engineers were able to talk astronaut Christina Cook into getting the old girl back up and running again. But there's some interesting stuff about this toilet. So NASA had built a replica of it on the ground so that astronauts could test it out before taking off, because there's never been a toilet on a lunar expedition before, and we'll get more into that later.
So here's a little tour of our toilet trainer. So this would be the floor of the Orion capsule.
The Canadian Space Agency shared a video of their astronaut checking it out. You'll notice that there's orange insulation. That's because it's so loud in the toilet that the astronauts will need to wear ear protection while they're in there. And some general space toilet trivia for you. This is the 10th toilet in space right now. There are 7 either on the International Space Station or attached to modules that are attached to the International Space Station, and 2 more over in China's space station. Another thing about this toilet is that it is 3D printed from titanium, which makes it lightweight and able to stand up to whatever the astronauts unleash on it. And the other piece of trivia about this is that this will be the furthest flown that a toilet has ever been. The Apollo missions had no toilets on board. The astronauts just had to bag up their waste, stuff that they eliminated on their way to the moon. They just left on the surface of the moon. So if you're a budding gastroenterologist and you want to make a study about mid-century astronaut gut health, I know where you can get some pristine samples.